not just so that you can do your own thing. He didn't give you the Sabbath day just so you can run amok and be free and do whatever you want to do. He gave you the seventh day mainly because he wanted you to reverence his sanctuary. You know, he wants with burdens. He didn't want you to bring your burden out of your house, and he didn't want you to bring your burden into his house. When you keep the Sabbath of the house of Yahweh, let us go see. God said he gave us these instructions on how to keep the Sabbath day. And he told us some things on the Sabbath day. I'm just going to touch on one more scripture before I step down from up here. And that's a couple of verses. So if you was wondering how you what you should be doing in the Sabbath day, or how maybe you should kind of guard yourself in the Sabbath day. Now, y'all gave us, he told us on how we should keep. And we'll go straight to verse 30. Sit on my holy, it's your Sabbath day. My Sabbath day is Yahweh's Sabbath day. All right, this is Yahweh. The things on your day-to-day activities. That's your pleasure. You foot from those things on my holy. When you turn your foot from doing things the way you want to do it and start trying to do the things the way y'all want to do it, oh my God, it's a blessing in that for you. He said, find a loophole in the Sabbath day. All right? So many times, we got brothers and sisters that want to find a loophole in the Sabbath day. And granted, we ain't, we start late here. All right? But know that Sabbath day start at the break of light. When the light is breaking forth from the sixth night, the Sabbath day has begun. So how you trying to find a shoe on shaky ground? Do something help yourself out. Y'all will bless you. Y'all will get you in a position where you don't have to where you don't have to be in them ways. Y'all can help you when you pray to y'all. He'll help you get a job or help you get into your own business where you ain't got to try to balance working for them and serving y'all on his day. He said, not finding out. You don't want you talking about what Billy Bo and John and them did yesterday. He don't want you talking about the football game and how we going to the Sabbath day. He don't want to hear none of that. Y'all want you to give him reverence. He said, reverence my sanctuary. Keep my Sabbaths holy. He said, then, if you can do these things, if you shut out delight thyself in Yah, and then guess what? Yah will then begin to cause you to ride upon the high places of the earth. Then Yah say when you begin to do the things that he loves and that he delight, and you begin to take them things and make those things your delight, Yah you begin his ways more so than your ways. Yah loves that. He got a blessing stored up for you. But not only so that you can rest, so that your beasts can rest, so that your children can rest. Not only for your children and the beasts can rest, but one last place for you to go. That is, let's go to Leviticus 25. Because the Sabbath day it's not just important to us. You know what I mean? Y'all made the Sabbath day important to everything in his creation. The land that we walk on, enjoy the Sabbath day. The Sabbath set aside for the land. Hallelujah. Let's go to Leviticus 25 and read these last and I saying. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto Yahweh. In 6 years thou shalt prune the vineyard and gather the fruit thereof. That's on the land. 6 years we get into the land, we work. Follow this scripture. They follow this scripture to the letter. And you go about some places, you'll see land, you'll be like, man, they ain't doing nothing with that farmland. That land, that part of that farmland is fertile. and keep it doing what it's supposed to do. But y'all said, but in the shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land. A Sabbath for a Sabbath for y'all, neither sow the field nor prune the vineyard. That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of the vine, and thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and that sojourneth and for the beasts that are in the land, shall all the increase thereof be meat. And thou shalt number 7 months, 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7, 40 and 9 years. Hallelujah. So it's important not just to us, it's important to the land, it's important to the beasts of the field. You know, the Sabbath day holds many benefits. If all of themselves, y'all servants, will wake up to the Sabbath day and keep the Sabbath day, you know, you got people, they holler about a boycott, they boycott this. In America, we spend more money than any other nation in this land. We spend more money. We are the primary consumers of this land. We do more buying than anything. And that's why it's no secret why when you look up, you got the Asian people got a store in your neighborhood, the Arab people got a store in your neighborhood, the African people, if any. All right? See, that's the thing most people don't want to understand and see. We are consumers. But if you come on the Sabbath day, guess what happens? You ain't consuming nothing but knowledge on this day. Your money staying in your pocket. This day is a refreshing. Praise y'all. Hallelujah. Well, I want to thank you all for taking the time to hear me out and listen to this raspy, scraggly, loud, screeching voice. And I thank you much for hearing me. But without any further ado, we're going to step down and we're going to bring up Yahweh's servant. We'll bring forth the word. You already closed up? Yes, sir.
Shabbat shalom. All right. Shabbat shalom. Guess I should have been testing. Shabbat shalom. All right. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All glory and all honor to the Holy One of Israel, whose name alone is Yahweh, saying hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And Yah is righteous.
Yahweh is righteous.
All the time.
All the time.
All good. I don't want to see that. How is everybody?
Bless. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right. Good to see everybody again in the land on another beautiful and glorious Sabbath day. Many comments made. Fashion means so many things. It is a most wonderful time of the Most High. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Is there any or any other questions that we can take at this moment that you might want to have answered? Shabbat shalom.
I love my family. One of these people are the best.
Very good. Very good. Any other questions anybody want to ask?
This question is ghost real?
A ghost real.
Yes.
A ghost real.
Yes.
Terminology is ghosts. Spirits are real. Spirits are real because spirits go back to the ground from which it was hewn. Spirits are real. That's why the Almighty didn't want us dealing with people. That's why He gave us a law. And He didn't want us dealing with people that He called or had a familiar spirit. People they could commune with the spirit world. Big and they get a little jittery about this. But in the book of Isaiah, and kind of be like, that might not. But years ago, they made movies. They made 3 great horror movies. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'm young. Before that, it was a book, a little paperback book. It had a picture on it, a little small picture. I can remember this like yesterday. Like I said, this is Saturday, so I haven't made nothing up. But my brother had a copy, and it had a little like. Every time I would pick that thing up, I would just throw it down. Just looking at that, I didn't even get to open up the pages because just looking at whatever that distortion was, it didn't set right. Ain't nothing that I've sat down and just let me watch it all the way through. But the reason why I bring them up, they doing a documentary on one of the Netflix things this week. The reason why I bring it that, but the people that played in them and that was on set, something happened to all of them. The one that played the priest trying to exercise, he literally went insane. One of them out the movies killed himself. The little girl that played the old guy, she went crazy. The one that the things make a connection with in the movie, she went crazy. The little boy on the effects of all of them. And all of them, this is what they dealt in, getting deep into it. Because there's some things these people will be dealing with. Childhood friends, he was white. And that's neither here nor there. I went and spent the night over his house. And the same night I spent over his house, his sister had a slumber. Bunch of girls. And they locked themselves up in the room. But they took something in that room with them. Look up something. They took a week, they all went downstairs and slept the rest of the night. They slept downstairs. I mean, it was whatever happened in that room. They didn't tell them, well, whatever happened in that room. They dared not even go back in that room. Ouija board. And my mother bought us one. Touched it. We never touched it. It's just something didn't set right. I could tell you many stories. Here it is. And they get woo. But it's true. When we go to the book of Isaiah, let's go there.
Yes, sir.
Now let me clear it up. Deal, brother Aaron. Let me beat you to the punch. Yes, I'm gonna take your thunder from you. I don't, but I know it's real. See, and when you know it when you are not a familiar spiritual, then you start to see things that lay people can't see. Because again, what's the three planes that man exists on? Still the Almighty blew the spirit into him. That's why I always teach about and talk about, and he took me away, not physically. That's why in the book of Numbers, even though he's of another nation, I see him. I'm standing there, I'm in a trance. Dealing with my flesh, he's dealing with my spirit. But that's why, and it's all in scripture. That's why the critic says in Isaiah 8th chapter.
Hallelujah. 20.
Mm-hmm.
To the law.
What? What we need, law.
And to the testimony.
And to the testimonies of the law.
If they speak not according to this word.
If they don't speak according to this.
It is because there is no light in them.
It's because there's no light. So they're looking for light. You're looking for something to light your way. But if they don't speak according to this law, this is the only thing that can lighten your way.
In them.
There is no light in them. And then watch what the Almighty said. Answers to their questions.
And they shall pass through. And they shall pass through it hardly. Be sick and hungry.
Well, I'm sorry. I want you to go up a verse ahead of that. He said this.
Verse 22.
Verse 19.
I ain't saying, before that. Excuse me. They shall say unto you.
When they should come to you.
Seek unto them that have familiar spirits.
Seek unto them that have what?
Familiar spirits.
Familiar spirits.
For the living dead.
For the inquire. That's what it should say.
Okay.
Should we inquire of the dead? See? And when you have lost your tie, when you have lost it, drove and made them, this is the very woman he went and sought to bring up the prophet Samuel, who was dead. Well, she didn't go and get a shovel and dig up his box or his sarcophagus in his body. She brought him up what? Through the what? And he asked her, he said, why have you disturbed my sleep? Oh, urine. He don't communicate. He said, I thought you could tell me something. He said, I can. This is what I can tell you. More about this time. You and your boy, you'll be here with me. Since you want to talk to me so bad, since you want to raise me up so bad, since you want to come in this world so bad, don't ask me. Well, I'm sure he didn't want to get asked. Huh? As I'll say, there's nothing Uncle Joe can tell me. Leviticus 19. Let's go there, young daughter. And I'm glad you're asking this. This is a good question to ask. As the numbers go down in the church, people are turning to the occult. And people are turning to, and people are starting to practice this. Will I make it? Well, let me. Well, I get $1 million. Let me get you a read. Man for me. Let me read your palm. Yeah, all this. But the Creator
I heard that too.
really growing, and the occult is powerful.
You see,
The occult is what stemmed Hitler, a Jewish mystic.
those movies there and following these familiar spirits, and you just saw who are the voodoo. I seen on Facebook or one of the things I seen was a young twerk on. I try to bring his spirit up or try to embark on him.
Scripture to me. Like I said, Samuel told him. You see, you want to disturb me from my sleep? Well, you come on down here and you want nice plots with me. Creator. Mm-hmm. See, many young folks, y'all definitely won't remember, but some of the elders, they will. Used to be a store right down there where Vine and the streets converge, and it makes like 5 doors you walk in. But boy, when they take you behind that door, that little carway, they take you back there, and like Ezekiel place, this all over the place, stuff, and all the people that practice this, that's where they went shopping at. That's where they went. But the Creator says, Leviticus 19,
Verse 31.
31, stay away from it. Regard not them that have what?
Familiar. Neither seek.
And I said, young fellas, if they even get you dating, they even get you over the house talking about, let me see your palm. Fast in a hurry.
Run.
Regard them not.
Neither seek after wisdom.
And don't seek after.
To be defiled by them.
To do what?
To be defiled.
You'll be messed up. Anything you need. Who you go to?
Yeah.
Anything you want in reason, who you go to?
Yeah.
And then understand this, brother. Some things simply ain't meant for you to do something. Because as the scriptures say, that what? Book of Deuteronomy, the scripture. (29)
Yes, sir.
Verse 29.
29 and 29. Hallelujah. The secret things are Elohim.
Is there some secret thing?
Yes, it is.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
You get talking to me about you need. Nah. or she get you to want to give you some DuckTales and snakes. Then nah, you can look. No. I can show you secrets. Now you keep your secret to yourself. Some of them let them bad boys lay. That's why they should be secrets. As you sit there, people are trying to deal in things that are secrets.
Yes, sir.
They're trying to deal with forces that they have no business dealing.
Yes, sir.
Seek Yah, pray to Yah, tell him, take the spirit away. Get it away from you. Don't let it even. Oh, he will. Huh? Then going, would you please leave, Uncle John? No, Uncle John got attached. Uncle John, I closed my eyes. Oh, you're wrong place.
Wrong place. Man.
Wrong place. He had 32 good years here, and the secret thing belonged to Yah.
But those things which are revealed belong unto us.
And that's why he said to the law and to the testimony, because
the words of this law.
That we may do all the words of this law. And then going back to Leviticus again, because he's going to say something in the Leviticus. Let's go back.
Yes, sir.
6th verse.
Hallelujah.
Actually, read the 5th verse.
Hallelujah. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 5. Then I will set my face against that man.
I'll set my face against that what?
That man.
Against that man.
Familiar spirits.
So he'll cut them off. The soul that turneth after such that have what?
Familiar spirits.
And that's why Samuel told Saul, both you. I'll give you your answer that you want. You and your son will perish. Creator said,
I will even set my face against that soul.
Against that soul.
And will cut him off.
And he's going
from among his people.
From among his people.
Hallelujah.
So they real, daughter. But we don't want them with us. The Most High.
Yes, sir.
The Spirit to rest in this lot.
Yes, sir.
And that's where we want to keep it. That's where we want to keep it.
I guess when you say about spirits, we
Yes, ma'am.
try to counter with a bad spirit, you know.
Oh, boy.
So I had basically just got finished eating. Man across the next thing
Yes, ma'am.
I couldn't scream.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
couldn't make no noise.
Yes, ma'am.
All I could do, I started praying to Yahweh in the 23rd Psalm, and finally I was able to get out that bed. That was amazing. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am.
You know that
Yes, ma'am.
you know, that's when I was on that night shift. And he was like, why? Do you think you was hallucinating? No.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yes,
Tell
ma'am.
me that.
Yes, ma'am.
And you don't lay around.
Yes, ma'am.
The man, in fact, he was a man.
Yes, ma'am.
And all I could do, and it didn't happen one time, it didn't happen several times. All I could do is stretch it out.
Yes, ma'am.
You know.
Yes, ma'am.
I know one time. Don't let me call him. He can't help me.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I was like, come on. But I'm saying it doesn't happen like 3 or 4 times.
Were you stuck in a state of paralysis?
No. I couldn't move, but I wouldn't know. I was aware of it. You know, I wasn't asleep. Nowhere near. You know.
Because a brother, we close. And he told me, and he also had a cat. And the cat, when this particular incident happened, the cat he said he experienced the same thing. He like bent down, he couldn't get up, what you screaming at me for? Even if I could, I wasn't coming in there. You going through that. You don't know who you made mad, but it ain't no sense in both of us. I closed. You can deal with that yourself. I said, you should have been hollering for the Most High. I don't know why you screaming with me. He described it to exactly how you were saying the incident happened. As I said, I know these things to be, like I said, a person, I think I told y'all once before, my grandmother stayed with me and my family. She didn't go to nursing home, she stayed with us till they could no longer have to do anything. And everything that she got, she gave it to me. She loved me. She slept in the same bed. We were just like that. And so when she passed, like I said, and I don't have to make this stuff up, and I won't. When she passed, a few days later, in the hallway, as if she was real, that's how really vivid it was. Everything about it. Nothing scary. I said, I saw grandma. And what? And she said, and then my uncle, he said, he probably did. And he called, my mother, what he called, he said, he probably did. He said, I told you something about the boy. But it's real. It is real. Like I said, number one, it wouldn't be in these pages if it wasn't. That's why Job, even spirits, angels are spirits. They're just not spirits of a deceived person, but they're spirits. And that's why in the book of Job, he said, and I saw when the spirit passed by me, that it made the head, when the prophet tell him, open his eyes, let the young man see. He wanted to see into the world that he can't see in. And the world he can't see in is the spiritual world. Most people, because number one, again, here, they can't find them. Then, these things, and start manifestation. Unclean.
Yes, sir.
What's right and what's wicked. You still must know the difference between the two.
I won't bother. I tell you what, it made me, when I say my prayers, I don't care if I
Encounter, that's what you must do.
yeah.
Like I said, not only with my grandma, another elder I'm very fond of, very close with. When you hear me say some of my sayings, that's where I get them from. It's from him. He's the one that's saying, so that's the one I get it from. And we were very fond. I was up there with him practically every day. And when he passed, I remember that night that he passed. The room got ice cold. I mean, it was dead of summer, but the howling, not just howling, and then I said, man, what is going on out there? And it was as if this presence said about such a time last night. She said, yeah. I said, I think he tried to pass my way. You see, so these things are real, and even they don't let it be. All right.
Hallelujah.
You have a question? I haven't had to deal with this in a long your understanding of dinosaurs in regards to the scriptures. What is my understanding of dinosaurs? Years ago, by a brother, and at one point when he asked me, but then as we look and search of Job,
Yo.
th chapter.
Hallelujah.
You got it, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Shall he that contendeth with the Almighty,
Shall he that can with the Almighty fault? Should he find fault in the Creator? And he that reproveth Elohim, let him answer.
then Job answered and said, Behold, I am thou. What shall I answer thee? I will proceed no further. Then answered Yahweh unto Job of the world and said, Gird up thy loins now like a man. Wilt thou condemn me that thou mayest be righteous?
They gonna condemn y'all.
Yes,
So
sir.
that they can be right.
Yes, sir.
A lot of times, and when you believe in something that's not of the Almighty, that's what you're doing.
Continue with it.
You condemning the Almighty so that you can be right.
Mm.
And people do that every day. When my brother said we come up with shortcuts on the Sabbath day, him the Almighty, you just contend with it.
Yes, sir.
So that you can be right. Well, like I say all the time, it's not he that had to fit into our plan.
Yes, sir.
No, we've been walking around people by the grace of Yah.
Yes,
Some of
sir.
them been working in industries by the grace of Yah.
Yes, sir.
And this virus have been around us, and the Almighty have kept you far away from harm. You have to get the hugging and kissing on them. That be the very person that next week I'll be like, oh, I was asymptomatic. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So how you gonna condemn you what? Condemn me? He don't mean that. That ain't what that means. Well, tell me then what it means. That means it don't mean that. Well, tell me what it means. It don't mean that. That's all it don't mean. Well, tell me what it means. He's gonna condemn that you can be right. Things for a reason. He said, do you have the arm like Elohim?
Mm. He is down thunder.
As deep as you can get, brother Aaron. Base.
He like that as deep as you can get.
None of y'all was shooking, did you?
No.
You didn't think it was thundering. What did you?
No.
You were like, oh, that's cute. Look at that. You think very right.
Yeah.
But your shoulder wasn't quaking in your boots.
That's right.
Well, the Almighty said, when he speaketh, it can sound like thunder.
Yes, sir.
That's why our elders used to say, sit down somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Y'all
come on, talk to me. Oh,
yes, sir.
It's sit down.
Sit down.
They used to make us sit in the corner. We be jumping around, running around. Sit down. You be like, what? What's that? Sit down. Yeah. You don't hear God talking. You be like, no, I ain't heard nothing yet. Oh, and then the house gets going like this. You say, oh, now you want me to sit down. You sit down, and then like, ooh. When it used to thunder and lightning, them big storm, we couldn't do nothing until it was over. At night, they'd be like, go to bed. You be like, well, I ain't got so much so you be mad that it's you're like, God, storm. You get mad. But this is what they equate it with. Because when the Almighty brother asked about the glory of Yah, this is how the Almighty, some of his glory was manifested. Like when he spoke in the mount, it sounded like thunder. That's why I said that when they heard the voice of saw the lightning, and they heard the thunder. That's why we read that. This was a great scene. Darkness and gross darkness. Ah, they were scared. They said, have thou an arm like Elohim, or can thou thunder with a voice like him?
Deck thyself now in beauty.
In beauty, and he dressed down with him. Even if he just kicking it, let alone if he coming all his splendor and honor, which he don't ever just kick it. When he step out, he always step out.
Always.
And that's how he wants the children of Israel to be.
Hallelujah.
That's why Solomon was like he was. And David was like he was. He said, woman, look, I ain't gotta get naked. I don't get naked to turn women robe over their bathers. cloak, that gold cloak over of it. I put on all my gold rings. Y'all thought Mr. T was something. He said, I'll put some change right there. Oh, okay.
All right.
I be short from head to toe, and then they put my crown, baby, and then they do my little do. Oh, baby, I step out.
Sun hit me and bounce.
You see that? Solomon said, it's like that, Daddy. He said, yeah. So Solomon learned it.
Yes, sir.
He turned up. Then,
Hallelujah.
everything about him. And
11.
see the reverse of how we think
Yes,
to
sir.
get attention. The right attention.
Hallelujah.
The wrong attention, you get all skimpy and clad it down. Man and woman. The wrong attention, you droop.
Right.
The right attention. Action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was old school, wasn't it? Yeah, you know how we used to had his Old Spice?
I'm running right there.
I learned about cologne. I took the whole bottle and poured it on me. They said, what is? They said, I thought I was smelling good. I done went through all. What is that? I said, come on. Well, father said, somebody been in my Old Spice. I said, that's me. They used the whole bottle, Jay. Oh, no. Oh my goodness. Come on, brother. Get me out of here. Come on.
Cast abroad the range of thy wrath, and behold, everyone obeys him.
Yeah, when you cast abroad your rage of your wrath, everyone that's proud, they get real low. Hmm? Do you do that? Do you have that effect? Huh? Your rage and your wrath doesn't make everybody get real low?
Nope.
No.
They just get right back.
They get mad, but everybody else, they be laughing. I don't have that effect. Look at that.
Tread down the wicked in their place.
Can you do that?
Mm-hmm. Hide them in the dust together.
Mm-hmm.
And bind their faces in secret.
Mm-hmm.
Then will I also confess unto thee.
And my book, the credit says in the Mesorete, it says, then will I, if you can do all this, then will I also give praise unto you. That thy hand can save you. And while I talking with the brother today, we ain't never talked about this. Pray to JC. It was on the. She said, we got to pray to JC, and he'll come and help us if we turn to him, and he'll save us. And the minister that was on the show, he said, yeah, I believe in all that. We got to do what we got to do. Said, wait a minute. When he say that, all box of Kleenex, come on with me because you're going to need them. And that's why the Almighty says, if you can do it, if you that great, then guess what? I'll praise you. And I'll confess that your own right hand can save you. Because he's dealing in the scope of Job think that he's here on this level. And the Almighty is saying, let me put you in check as to what power is. Hallelujah. He said, and all that because these are great things. If you can save yourself, all these things put you in the category are great. Watch what he says.
Behold, now he eateth grass as an ox.
And that's where, when I read that, I said, well, hold on. Behold, which I made with thee. Believing that dinosaur, there was age. Then after the dinosaurs was the age of man.
We was almost.
But here the creator picture. The creator said, behold, behemoth. Now I know when you look up behemoth, it's gonna tell you, watch what it's gonna loin.
He
moved his tail
like
like a cedar. A cedar what?
tree.
Tree. Now, when have you ever looked at a hippopotamus and said, ooh, his tail showing up little? It's a little bitty spike thing and it moved like this, quick. I've been to the zoo enough, it moved like this.
Right.
It's quick. He was with a massive beast that spanned about, and the biggest one that spanned about 55 feet. That was the largest one recorded.
His bones are as fast. His bones
Of the works of El. Colossal, big. Of the works of Elohim.
he that made him.
And because now you're invoking another thought. And he that made him
make his sword to approach unto him.
and only he that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. In other words, the only thing that really can destroy him, that's great enough to destroy this great beast, is his maker and man. Like that little Tyrannosaur thing would have done if he was with you. The short arm that y'all give me? Yeah. He sent terror through you. He sent terror through you. This great big thing.
Yes, sir.
That when he stand up, he spans the length of a tractor trailer. Standing full all the way up. He's a great beast. Now, when have you ever looked at that hippo and said, oh, I don't think I can take him.
No.
He's just too great. And all over Africa, they killing and slaughtering him daily if they can get the shot at him. They ain't scared nobody. But the Almighty said he is the chief.
Trees cover him with their shadow. The willows of the brook compass him about.
And they did.
Behold, he drinketh up. He thrusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. He taketh, he casts
Yes.
snares.
Can anyone, verse 24 again, can anyone catch him? That's what it says. Can anyone catch him when he is on his way to buy, what's her name? Fiona. They want to kiss Fiona. And Fiona ain't you don't be thinking, who, in other words, who can mess, whatever this be, who can mess with it? The Almighty is drawing a picture that there's nothing great in the creation with him that can mess with him. And is what?
Yeah.
Me. That's why the only one living relative of the dinosaur, this next beast. Read.
Chapter 41. Canst thou draw out
Leviathan, and
with the hook?
And translation of Leviathan is the crocodile. And when they do research on the crocodile, they find him from his anatomy to be a scale, what they believe is a scaled down version of a reptilian, of a paleo reptilian.
Walked on.
Ancient child of the ancient dinosaur. Just as they believe the tiger to be a derivative from the saber tooth.
Where that Komodo dragon fit in there?
Ancient is an ancient descendant, or a descendant of ancient lineage. But again, he said, can now draw out a what?
Leviathan.
And see, you won't really know.
They hook.
Down. Alligators, they're the smaller version.
Mm.
The crocs are huge.
Huge. Yes, sir.
They're huge.
Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with a cord, with a cord which thou hast let us down?
Because there's nobody caught him. He would break boats in half.
Mm.
You try to catch him. They said, "No, we don't even hunt him.
Mm.
We leave him alone." Go ahead.
Thou put an hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a horn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak some words as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou feel his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Shall one be cast down, even at the sight of him? None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is ever is under the whole heaven of his face? His teeth are terrible round
In
about.
other words, his mouth,
Yes, sir.
his teeth, and his terrible round,
Close as with a close seal.
and the scales of a croc is like armor to him.
Yes. One is so near to another that no edge cannot be sundered. By his nestlings, a light doth shine, and his eyes are like out of his mouth go burning light. His breath kindleth coals, and the flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength. The sorrow is turned. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. The mighty are freezing of breakings. They purify themselves.
The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold. The spear, the dart, nor the harbinger. I mean, it can't do him no much damage. He esteemeth iron, which is what sword was made out of, as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Clubs, hello, clubs, are turned as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointy things upon the miter. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is not his like. Do we think that about anything today?
No.
Is a descendant. So this is even giving us a picture of something that's greater than it. Made without fear. Beast. And if you don't know it, for even the croc is like, and this is a descendant of his, but even the croc is. Because even though they call a lion,
Yeah.
if that lion get near the water, rap for him. I don't care what his mane look like. I don't care how long he been hunting. The lion knows to stay away from that water. If he get anywhere near that water, once that bad boy surfaces up and yak it with anything, it's closer to creation. That's why many believe it's a book that was rehearsed. Some believe it's a book that was rehearsed to follow down. And then this is how it came down. Because it's a book that's close to the setting of it is closer to
symbol is that of a dragon. And to read this a lot closer.
Some realism. God is tied to something that's real.
Right.
Okay, thanks for the understanding.
All right. Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's like says that he comes up out of the water. I don't know where the life monster comes from or if that has anything to do with
It's believed that that is a evasive living prehistoric, you know. It's just as the Bigfoot. Years ago you asked me if Bigfoot was real, I said no. But now I understand what they look for.
Yeah.
The missing link. So they know what they're looking for. They know. So is he around?
Somewhere.
Who knows? If he is, why do he want him? Why these wild boys? Nah. See how we navigate this? It's a 4:45. I see my brother, look, he not that ready, boy.
Hallelujah.
You want to come up, brothers? Huh? You come up? All right. My brother ready to come up. Sister, the family, they gonna do some things?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. What about amazing? So we learned that the dinosaurs was amazing. That's what I learned today.
It was amazing. It was
I don't
amazing.
know, that cues up a song, amazing. But I learned the dinosaur was amazing.
Hallelujah.
No, I'm just saying. Well, all right, I'm gonna go over. Then we're gonna come back and teach the story of Yah. All right,
Hallelujah.
story of Yah.
Mic check.
Yahweh, into the poor, Yahweh to bring life. With the day of will not be slain. Every time I feel your spirit.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise God, Holy Saturday, Yah is good. You could be the one he's talking to. Praise God, Holy Saturday, Yah is communicating. You could be the one he's talking to. Holy and holy people, that love for Yah is due forever. Praise God, that is communicating. You could be praise God, that Yah is communicating. You could be the one he's talking. Yahweh tends to give back. Yah could be keep it ever. Oh, praise God, Holy Savior, talking to. Praise God, Holy Savior, it could be the king. It could be the one he's talking to. You, yeah, and pray on Sunday. The one he's talking to you, 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 you could be the one you, you could be the one he's talking. You could be the one he's talking. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Stand up. Yeah. Stand up. Hallelujah. 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 Stand up. Hallelujah. 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 Stand up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Stand up. Hallelujah.
This song goes like Yahweh, you make a beautiful day. Wake a beautiful night. Yahweh, you is the best of my life. Yahweh is the best of my life. And
Hallelujah.
great, beautiful song again.
Thank you, baby.
Jump,
Yeah, yeah.
praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God. God is righteous. God is righteous. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know.
Well, powerful song. All right.
So that's that song. Praise God. Got to praise God. Hey. Praise God. Got to praise God. What? Represent. We gotta represent. We have to. We also represent. Hey. Seeking. Always seeking. Yep. Seeking. Always seeking. Got to see. He is our Elohim. We have to. We also represent. God will circumcise our heart.
is a good place to start. Y'all ain't the place. Keep the sound and praise y'all every day.
Yep.
Keep it and all the things. Fear not. We his witnesses, say it God. Be proper people. Y'all speak up. Don't you know that Yahweh is king? Beside him,
There is no Elohim.
praise.
Yeah. Praise Yah. Gotta praise Yah.
Represent.
We gotta represent.
We have to share.
We gotta represent.
Seeking God.
Always seeking Yah.
Seeking God.
Always seeking Yah.
That is good.
He is our Elohim. We also represent.
Search your mind. See what it will be. Fear not. He answers everything. Yahweh loves comforts our soul. I guarantee he answers everything. So know Yahweh should be the Hebrew name. Comfort us. Mostly from us. Light shine all day. Because we're started. Scripture, our way of life is not a religion. Hebrew Israelites, the secret treasures hidden. We were chosen and given a mission. They can read the Torah, but not with it.
Praise Yah. Gotta praise Yah. Praise Yah. Gotta praise Yah. Represent. We gotta represent.
We have to share.
We also represent.
Seeking God.
Always seeking Yah. Seeking Yah. Always seeking Yah.
Got to see is our Elohim. We have to share. We also represent. Stop it. Pray for it. Trust in God. I guarantee he will it. Remember where he got you. Never forget it. It go against y'all. That is too risky. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Starting to think maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm more.
To God, if I pray for you, I give to God. My being, I give to God. Trouble soul, I give to God. All I do is pray to God. If I pray for you, my thoughts is God. My heart is filled with God. All I do is pray to you. I pray for you. I'm praying to God. All power, God, my God. All I do is pray to God. If I pray for you, I'm praying to God. All I do is pray to God. If I pray for you, I'm praying to God. Pray is all I got. Dry bones till their soul. All I do is pray to God. Pray for you. I'm praying to God. Touch me. It's real. It's real. It's real. right? Yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. Hallelujah. Got time? Super Slide. That's what it's called. Super Slide.
Then he renamed it, remixed it.
And they gonna let me do it. This phone. Yeah, move slow like my phone do.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a number one hit right there. Oh, I do.
Hallelujah. Salute. Salute. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Shabbat shalom. Hallelujah. Well, I look shiny and bright. Called the light. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty. How you doing today? How you feeling today? Hallelujah. Give yourself a hand, made a way today to get us out here. You know, he's opening up gates and opening up doors. He's opening up minds. He's getting people prepared and ready. Sometimes you know what you're getting ready to go through. But little did you know you was getting prepared for the struggle that was up ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? We don't know a lot of things. So let me share something with you. You know, there was a young man named David. He was a little kind of dude. He used to keep his daddy's sheep. You know, so one day he was walking through the woods, minding his own business, tending to his father's flock, when out of nowhere came a bear. A big old great bear. Snatched up one of them little sheep and tried to run off with it. Lord have mercy on me. What was David gonna do? He had to go after that sheep because the one sheep lost is like losing the whole herd. So he went after that sheep. And you know, he didn't know what was coming up ahead, but he came across that bear that was trying to tend to that sheep and get the feet of that sheep, and he slew that bear. Now, y'all will feel what a great man that was. How did he do it? He was such a little kid. How did he do it when he was such a young man? He wasn't big and strong and didn't have all the tenacity that a strong grown man got, but he had something on his side. He had something in his heart. He had something on his mind. See, he knew that he was a servant of the Most High Yah. He knew that if he trusted in what the Most High Yah did, he knew then that he could accomplish anything that he set out to do. And then that particular day, when that bear snatched that little sheep, he went to work. And Yah had his back. and he slew that bear and brought that sheep back to the fold. So he thought it was over. He thought the challenge was done. But lo and behold, here come a mountain lion trying to get another one. So the mountain lion snatched up the sheep and took off running with it too. But lo and behold, the mountain lion didn't even know what to do. Because he came across one of Yahweh's servants and happened to be a little kid. The little boy wasn't real strong, wasn't real grown. He was just a young lad, keeping to his daddy's sheep, minding his day-to-day business, doing his day-to-day chores. Like I said, sometimes as you're growing and growing, you're getting older and older. You're going through some things. Your body is changing. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is changing. Everything about you is changing. Things on your job is changing. Things in your life is changing. Challenges up and down and all around. But little do you know, you're being prepared for something that's coming up ahead of you. Little did you know that y'all was working a work in your life and you don't even know what's getting ready to take place. Little did you know y'all was getting you prepared for something greater than you. We'll have no clue at all. See, give thanks and praise to the Most High Yah because sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't have a clue. Sometimes, man, you just gotta sit back and you gotta trust in the Most High Yah and what He will trying and them times where it's real hard. So you'll find out what kind of strength that you got. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out who say you is. You'll find out if you that woman you proclaim to be. Because when that adversity hits you, if you ain't ready for it, you're going to fall, fool. If you ain't ready for it, you're going to be cast away down to the sidelines, laid there looking for another sign. If you don't know, if you ain't ready, if you ain't prepared, if you have not set your mind and your heart to the task, there's no help for you. There's no way out. You already gave up the battle because you didn't prepare yourself. Many don't fail, many don't prepare, many fail to prepare the plan, and by result, they fail the plan. You see? This can be rough, or it can be bitter, and it can be sweet. But the key things to this to understand is that you must find Yah and return unto you do that, then you'll be able to see life in a whole new state, in a whole new life. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High. It's 5:50. 5:50. There's about an hour and a half of class time left. So if you don't mind, go ahead, put your hands together, give everyone a round of applause. Hallelujah. And let's bring Moray back up to the podium. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High Yah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
A round of applause. That's all I got. No. Nobody told me something. They said the sons of Sons of Hakkar. I don't know. We're pointing a finger at each other now. Let's go ahead and my brother, I want you to come and ask that. I do have it down, but just a little clarity. What you will want.
So when you say clarity,
More in depth for the question. What specifically are you looking to get out? And
so in Hebrews in the book, seeing the glory of God, they gave an explanation as to what it looked like. Explanations what it looked like, but it was a few explanations as to what it looked like, but I guess I'm trying to look for some sort of comparison. I don't know. I had it in mind earlier. My mind drifted off to other things as class continued.
all right. Well, let's look at then. Let's go to the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus.
Hallelujah. Exodus.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Chapter.
Exodus chapter 3. Hallelujah.
Now, glory. It's about the glory of the Almighty. It's found in 35:19. 35:19. Anybody know the Hebrew word?
No.
Let's turn to 35:19. And 35:19, the word is kavod.
Kavod.
Kavod. Kavod.
D-O-V.
Kavod.
Oh, that's almost like covered.
And it means preposition weight. Weight means something heavy. In a figurative sense, means splendor or copiousness. So it's something that's great, something that's splendor, something of weight, something heavy. Heavy in the sense of splendor, glory. What era was that? They say, man, that's heavy. They say that they talk like
That's heavy. Yeah.
anybody maybe in the 60s.
60s, late 70s, early 70s.
70s. Yeah, that's heavy. When you
Yeah,
said something that
70s.
was so great and profound. And so the creator says, and then it says splendor. And so, because we want to know what we're talking about. So we're talking about the splendor of the Almighty, the greatness of the Almighty. Not just his mere presence, but the greatness of him. So when he says his glory, that's what we're dealing with. And so in the Book of Exodus 16.
Yes, sir.
Start at verse 1.
Hallelujah. Exodus, verse 1. Took their journey from Elim, and all the congregations of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin on the 15th day after their departing. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them,
I'm going to say, you want to make friends with Israel? You want to make friends with them?
all right.
Want to make buddies? Tell them you can feed them. Tell them you can feed them. You want to get Israel to do something? Tell them you can feed them. But you want to make Israel mad? And you want to turn them off? Don't have nothing for them. And you're going to see going high. Be fired up. And that's what we did. When they was hungry.
And the children of Israel said unto would to Elohim we had died Yahweh in Egypt when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
Man, you got us out here, we get hungry. We're famished. And like I said, you know, I was telling my son, I said, you don't know. You've been hungry.
Right.
You don't know hunger. And few of us have.
That's right.
See? Some countries, they eat what they call dirt sandwiches. Dirt sandwiches. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because if you think that, that's when you're hungry enough that you think even the dirt of the ground will satisfy your soul. That's how hungry you are. We haven't known hunger. So, and most of them, but the children of Israel here, they're hungry. So they're crying. He said, what?
And when we sat pot, and we did eat bread, for he hath brought us forth into this wilderness, this whole assembly with hunger. Then said Yahweh,
Then said Yahweh unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread of heaven, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they shall bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto the children of Israel at evening, then ye shall know that Yahweh hath brought you forth the land of Egypt. For in the morning, then
of Yahweh,
the glory of Yahweh. In other words,
splendor.
His splendor. You should see the glory of Yahweh, for he that against Yahweh, for it is he that hears your murmurs against Yahweh. He hears you himself. And what are we against us?
And Moses said, this shall be when Yahweh shall give you in the evening flesh to eat.
You'll know in the evening that Yah brought forth because you'll have flesh to eat.
And in the morning, bread to the full.
But in the morning, you'll have provision to make bread to the full. Now, what is he saying? Well, you might see the birds come by, and you might be like, the quail come by, and you might be like, oh, okay, at quail season. The quail just landed. Why are you going to see the glory of Yah? Why didn't he say with the quail coming, you'll see the glory? Why did he say in the morning, you'll see the glory of Yah?
He's going to bring forth manna, the bread of heaven.
And what about that bread?
It ain't never been seen before by these children of Israel.
It's never been seen before. And it's not something that happens on its own every day. It's not something natural in the earth. This is only something that can be a product of the Most High Yah. And when it lay on the ground, it has a splendor to it. That's why I said it laid on the ground and it was like dew. Dew has a what? Sheen and a shine to it.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And in the morning, you see the glory of Yahweh. And he hears your murmurings against Yahweh. And what are we that you murmur against us? This shall be when Yahweh shall give you in the evening to eat, and in the morning bread to the that Yahweh heareth you, but that Yahweh heareth your murmur, which you murmur against him. What are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against Yahweh. Unto Aaron say, unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before me, for he hath heard your murmuring. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the congregation of the children of Israel, they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Yahweh appeared in the cloud. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmuring of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh your Elohim. And it came to pass that at evening the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew about the host.
This dew gave off a certain appearance, and when you looked upon it, it was like glass, like dew, reflective. It was to look at the whole and see this sight that you've never seen before. You can only see it when the Almighty allow it to be moved upon the ground. It don't happen. It's His splendor. It's His glory. That's why He said you'll see His glory in the morning. Go ahead.
And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground.
And the residue of it, after the dew had dissipated, and what was left was the small flakes.
And when the children of Israel saw it, they said to another, it is manna.
And when you read in the text, it said, Ma'u. Ma'u.
Ma'u.
What is this? What is this?
But they wist not what it was.
But they didn't know what it was.
And Moses said unto him, this is the bread which Yahweh hath you to eat.
And so this was a glorious thing. This was so glorious that this manna dropped down to verse, what did we do with it? Drop down to verse 32.
Hallelujah.
So glorious, let's read verse 32.
And Moses said, this is the thing which Yahweh commanded. 50 omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see whether I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before Yahweh to be kept for your generation. As Yahweh commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years until they came to the land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came unto the borders of the land of Canaan. Now, an omer is the 10th part of an ephah.
And what testimony? Where did they keep it up at? This was one of the things that went into what? That's right. Now keep that in mind. This is another thing that went into the ark.
We kept up for generations. Know what it looked like when they saw it.
This splendid thing. This thing of splendor was kept in the ark. Keep that in mind. Write down. It was kept in the ark. Now let's go to Exodus 24.
Exodus chapter 24. Hallelujah.
Verse 1.
Hallelujah. Exodus chapter 24, verse 1. And he said unto Moses, come up unto Yahweh, thou and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel.
So now he called Aaron, called Moses, and he called 70 elders. Don't bring up 70 elders with you.
And worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near Yahweh, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him.
Now they're going, at this time, they was going, but they only could go so far. And then Moses would go further.
And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh and all the judgment. Answered one voice and said, all the words Yahweh have said, we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh and rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings to Yahweh. And Moses took half the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood and sprinkled it on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that Yahweh have said, we will do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, covenant.
This the blood of the covenant,
which Yahweh have made with you concerning all these words.
And what does the blood of the covenant do again?
It binds us.
Binds you to what?
To Yah, into his laws and testimonies.
That's right. It binds you to the law. It don't take you away from the law. The blood of the covenant binds you to keep the law.
Hallelujah.
Go ahead.
Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw Elohim of Israel. And they saw Elohim of Israel.
They saw the Elohim of Israel.
There was under his feet as it were, a paved work of a sapphire stone.
And when it says they saw him, did they seem like Moses could see him? No. It said they saw the Elohim of Israel.
They saw him. They may not saw him face to face like Moses, but they was looking at him.
Right. In vision.
In their spirit.
In vision. This is a vision.
Hallelujah.
And they saw the Elohim of Israel. And there was under his feet in this vision. Write this down. In this vision, there was under his feet as paved work of stone. Everybody know a sapphire stone. We got my stones, right? It's what color?
It's red.
Burgundy, reddish.
Like some curtains right there.
Somebody look. What you say, brother? Son of Hakai, what you say? Look up sapphire stone and see. Let's see. Son says bluish. Let's see.
It's blue.
Huh?
It's blue.
I should know because it's supposed to be the birthstone of the month I'm born in.
Okay.
It's blue.
It's a blue color
because and this is all to show you that as they're seeing this, they're looking up. As they're sitting in the mountain, they're looking up. And they see, read that again.
And they saw the Elohim of Israel.
They see the Almighty.
And there was under his feet.
And there was under, so when they're looking and they're seeing y'all, what kind of perspective are they seeing it from? They're looking up. They have to be looking up. They ain't looking out or down. They have to be looking up. And they're looking at, and they can see
his feet.
His feet. As they're looking upward. And it says under his what?
Paved work.
Like
of a stone.
Of a sapphire. The sky took on this appearance. That's why it says sapphire stone became something splendid, like paved work that resembles of it, like a sapphire stone.
I don't know why I think the sapphire.
Like paved work.
And as it were, the body of heaven in his
very clear. It was the blueness and the clearness of the heavens and the sky. Like paved, like a shiny paved work. Like crystal finish. Go ahead.
And upon the nose of the children of Israel, he laid not his hand. Also, Elohim, and did eat and drink.
Because this splendid vision is what they were able to see. This splendid vision. The Almighty in vision, in splendor, in his glory.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, come up to me, mount, be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, a law and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of Elohim. And he said unto the elders, tarry ye here for us until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you.
Now, let me do this for you, because I'm not talk to people to be caught off guard. Because you know what they have said. Don't say. Christian minister gonna tell you that this Joshua is who?
Jason.
But he said, why be able to get up and go with Moses when Moses went up to ascend if he wasn't JC? So they'll tell you this is JC. when they try to make Joshua the son of Nun Christ.
Mm.
But it don't say that at all. He did get up and go with him because he was always Moses' what? Minister. In what sense? He was his understudy, but it also in what sense? Predecessor, but in what sense? Come on, one of y'all know.
What sense? He was being trained.
Being trained, but what else?
He was being trained to take over.
He was also Moses. He watched Moses 6. He was
right.
Moses' personal bodyguard.
That's right. Hallelujah.
That's what it meant by his ministry. He ministered to Moses, and that was the capacity. Yes, he was being trained, but he was Moses' personal liaison.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's why he rose up and went with him. That's why he went everywhere with him. And come time for Moses to depart this earth, that's why the Almighty said, "It be no better person than the man who's always at your right hand to take over for you." That's why you will know that you was always there with him through thick and thin and everything that he went through and you saw him go through. There's nobody more fit than you to take over the reins now that he's gone.
Hallelujah. Verse 15. No, sorry. Verse 14. And he said unto the elders, "Be here for us until we come again to you. And behold, Aaron and Hur with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them."
I leave her, I leave them here with you. Because they're not ministers unto him like Joshua. And Joshua, you gotta know what he is. Joshua was a warrior.
Yes.
And the Almighty said, "That's how I tie you to him." Up in the mountain when they was up there, that's why Joshua said, "In mind, he got a warrior mind." He said, "I hear the noise of battle." Moses said, "No, there ain't noise of battle." Why do you think it was a noise of battle? Because he got a warrior mind.
Yes, sir.
He automatically, his mind tell him what?
It's woke. They down and bang.
That's why. But the mind of one, and that's why it wasn't Aaron. It was him. He was his personal liaison, his personal guard. That's what Joshua was. Aaron and Hur, they were left behind because they teach. But you take this man with you, because he never wanted to let Moses out of his sight, like a good guard does.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And Moses went to the mount. A cloud covered the mount, and the glory of Yahweh upon Mount Sinai 6 days.
But even after a certain point, Moses would tell Joshua, he said, "You stay here. You go no further. I'll go the rest of the way. I don't need to watch my guard no more. When I get up here and ascend to the very top, I'm in the presence of the Almighty. And you can't watch me better than the Almighty can. You can't guard me better than the Most High can. So I won't need you to. Don't worry, I'll be back. But you stay right here." And so when he went all the way up, then everybody else at the base of the mount, what do they see? They see the what? Glory of Yah.
And the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the, and the sight of the glory of Yahweh was like devouring fire in the eyes of the children of Israel.
The splendor, the glory of Yahweh, it always was an awesome sight. Okay? It was always awe-inspiring.
Went into the midst of the cloud.
And where it drew most men away, that's where Moses had to go into.
to the mount.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights.
And that's why the people said, well,
Hallelujah.
who can be there? Who can be there? Who can endure this? Surely the man Moses, he dead. You don't see that mountain on fire, smoking,
Right.
he dead. It's just like if you would see somebody's house on fire. You just smoke all over the place, billowing out all over the place. You say, who could come out of there? Oh, they dead. And that's what they thought because of the sight that they saw.
Yes,
But this
sir.
was the appearance of the glory of the Almighty to the people at the base of the mountain. Now, and Moses was there with the Creator. Also, we find the glory of the Almighty. Now, there's another glory. We find in chapter 33.
Exodus chapter 33. Hallelujah.
For to the people, this splendor. Understand Kabod, this splendor. They saw the appearance of the Almighty. But it wasn't the glory of the Almighty. But it was an appearance to them.
Right.
See? But it wasn't his glory. Because look at Exodus 33.
Yes, sir.
For Yahweh don't contradict himself. And he still never let Moses see his glory. Exodus 33.
Yes, sir.
Let's start.
1.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
You read my mind.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swore unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, unto thy seed will I give it, and I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivites, and the Jebusite, unto a land flowing with milk and honey.
See, we might not have drove him out, but the Creator did. Does he lie?
No.
No. So he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Where we do it. And that's why he said he would do so. Go ahead.
For I will not go up in the midst of thee, but thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. And when the people heard those tidings, they mourned, and no man did put on him his ornaments. For Yahweh hath said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, ye are stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of thee in a moment.
Still are.
And consume thee. Therefore now, put out thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee.
In other words, show your humility. Your ornaments or your fineries. He said, put the fineries off. Humble yourself. There'll come a point you have to humble yourself before the Most High. And that's why he told him, put them off. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments by the Mount Horeb. And Moses took the tabernacle and pitched it without the camp, afar off from the camp, and called it the tabernacle of the congregation. And it came to pass everyone which sought Yahweh went out unto the tabernacle of the congregation, which was without the camp. And it came to pass, when Moses went out unto the tabernacle, that all the people rose up, stood every man at his tent door.
And so some of that finery, before we go further, some of that finery, where did it go to? Huh?
To the tabernacle.
To the tabernacle. That's where they got the gold, the silver, and all the things that would go in the building. And the Almighty told them, strip it off, take it off, humble yourself. But they didn't just take it off. wilderness and march away and leave it. No, they took it to the men that would turn it into what the Almighty wanted to go into the tabernacle. That's why it's put there to let you know. So Moses took the what? Tabernacle, pitched it without the camp. Now what you have to do is study the tabernacle. What it was made out of when it went into constructing it. And he put it far away from the camp and called it the meeting tent of the what?
Congregation.
And it came to pass
that everyone which sought Yahweh,
when they really wanted to know the Most High, what he had to say about a matter, when they really wanted to go out, when they had the meeting times, the set times, the appointed times, you had to do what? Go out unto the meeting tent of the congregation, which was where?
Without the camp.
Which was without the camp. And you had to set out early in the morning, and then you left in the evening. Didn't say you left when it was dark, because you don't travel when it's dark. No man travel when it's dark.
That's right.
That's the time of beast.
That's right.
You travel when it's dark. That beast out there catch you up. That's it. So you dismissed and you left when it was evening, and you had time to travel back home as the day was drawing to an end.
In the past, when Moses went out unto the tabernacle, that all the people rose up and stood at his tent door and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacle.
But whenever we saw Moses and he would be making his way through the camp by himself, not the whole assembly, we knew he was going there because for one purpose.
Y'all was there.
Because the Almighty. And so we rose up in what? Reverence. And not of Moses, but because the Creator, his presence was there. His presence in the form of the appearance of cloud. Which his what was in? To see this sight, it was what? Glorious.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
And it came to pass, as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle. And Yahweh talked with Moses. And all the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people rose up and worshiped, every man in his tent door.
Yes. Now, one thing about this is it don't say a word about this was on the Sabbath day. It said whenever we saw Moses go to the meeting tent of the tabernacle, it don't say nothing about this was a Sabbath day. But this is where some people are going to run and say you spend the Sabbath at home because they stayed there and worship. It don't say nothing about that.
No.
Go ahead.
Hallelujah. And Yahweh spake unto Moses face to face, as a man speaketh unto his friend. And he turned again into the camp. But his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, young man, and not out of the tabernacle. And Moses said unto Yahweh, see, thou sayest unto me, bring up this people, and thou hast not let me know whom thou wilt send with me. Yet thou hast said, I know thee by name, and thou hast also found grace in my sight. Now therefore, I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, show me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I may find grace in thy sight, and that people. And he said, my presence shall go with thee. And he said unto him, if thy presence go not with me, carry us not up hence. For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight? Is it not in that thou goest with us? So shall we be separated, I and thy people, from all the people that are upon the face of the earth. And Yahweh
If
said,
his presence, in other words, if his presence be with us, then why aren't we different? Because this is what this is. So shall we be distinguished?
Hallelujah.
So shall we?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, "Oh, do this thing also that thou hast spoken, for thou hast found grace in life, and I know thee by name." And he said, "I beseech thee, show me thy glory." And he said, "I will make all my goodness before thee, and I will proclaim the name for thee, and will be gracious to whom I am gracious, and will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. And he said, "Thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live."
And that's in all his splendor. That's in all of his great glory. Not even Moses was able to see all of his perfect splendor and all of his great glory. It was too much. Go ahead.
And Yahweh said, "Behold, this is a place by me." And Yahweh said, "Behold, there is a place by me, and thou shalt stand upon a rock, and it shall come to pass, while my glory passes by."
See, I sat in the home with some metaphysical science people, and this is one of the great scriptures that I'm already. And I sat in the home with some metaphysical people and a lot of people, even some Israelites, because this is scripture. They're gonna say that no man never seen Yahweh face to face. Even some Israelite camps gonna say that, but that's not what it's saying at all. He said, "It shall come to pass not as my face passed by, but as my what?
Glory.
As my glory passed by."
That I will put thee in the cliff of a rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take away my hand, and thou shalt see my back part, but my face shall not be seen.
Because that's just too much. It's just too much to see his glory. And not even for did he allow that. He did at the cleft of the rock in the mountain, nor did he allow it. Not only did he mean not Aaron could come in the tabernacle at any time. Not only did he mean the sons of Aaron couldn't come in there at any time. Go to Exodus, the 40th chapter. You're going to see who else couldn't come in there at any time. Not when he was there in his full glory. He meant every word he said. No man can take him in his full glory. Absolutely no man. Exodus, the 40th chapter.
Yes, sir.
33rd verse.
Exodus chapter 40, verse 33. And he reared up the court round about the tabernacle and the altar, and set up the hanging of the court gate. So Moses finished the work. The cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of Yahweh filled the tabernacle.
The glory of Yahweh did what?
Filled the tabernacle.
It filled the tabernacle.
And Moses.
It ain't just no little thing. He come down on a little thing right here, and he just right here. No, when he moved, his presence is awe-inspiring. When he come in the fullness thereof, it's awe-inspiring. It's not contained in this little place or this little place. It feels. And he said, what?
The glory of Yah filled the tabernacle.
It filled it.
And Moses was not able to enter.
Not even a great servant of Moses, who talked to Yah face to face, but never in his glory. Because right here, not even the great servant Moses, when the glory of Yahweh came over the tabernacle and filled it, not even he was able to enter therein. Continue.
And Moses was not able to enter into the tent because the cloud abode thereof, and the glory of Yah filled the tabernacle.
And the glory of Yahweh did what?
Filled the tabernacle.
Filled the tabernacle.
And when the cloud was taken,
that's good.
Hallelujah.
This would happen again when we go to 2 Chronicles.
Some more question. Is this the you said something about the contradiction? It was a contradiction. Was this a contradiction? It said you said something before we got started on that there was a contradiction here by seeing Yahweh's face. I missed the point you was making on.
No, there's no contradiction. The point is that Moses seen his face. Was the understanding Moses seen his face. That's not what the Almighty didn't tell him he couldn't see.
So he couldn't see his
He can't.
Hallelujah.
And that's the same reason right there. He didn't let him see it, so he put him in the hole in the rock. And it's the same reason that when he came down fully inside the tabernacle after it was reared up, he could not come in. Not even he.
Hallelujah.
2 Chronicles 5.
2 Chronicles chapter 5.
It's too heavy. As he said, glory, kabod. Weight, a heaviness. It's too heavy for any man. Second Chronicles 5.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah. Also, 2 Chronicles chapter 5, verse 12. Also, which were all of them, Esau, of Heman, of Jedudum,
Mm-hmm.
with
Jedudin. It'd be Jedudin.
Jedudin,
Mm-hmm.
with their sons and their brethren, being arrayed in white linen,
Being arrayed in all white.
having cymbals and psalteries and harps,
cymbals, psalteries, harp, musical instruments,
stood at the east end of the altar.
Yes.
With them 120 priests sounding with trumpets. It came even to pass, as the trumpeters and singers were as one, sound to be heard in the praising and thanking Yahweh. And when they lifted up their voices with the trumpets and cymbals and instruments of music and praised Yahweh, saying, for he is good, for his mercy endured forever. Then the house was filled with the cloud, even the house of Yahweh, so that the priests could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud.
They couldn't even be there.
For the glory of Yahweh.
For the what?
The glory of Yahweh.
In the fullness thereof, the glory of the Most High Yah.
Have filled the house of Elohim.
It has filled it.
Hallelujah.
They called upon him in song and instruments, and he came, and his glory filled the house, so that no man could be there. No man could be there. Now, what did Father Ezekiel see? Let's go.
Ezekiel.
First chapter.
Hallelujah. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Kibar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of Elohim in the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity. The word of Yahweh came expressly unto Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans, by the river Kibar. And the hand of Yahweh was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolded itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire, also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings, and their feet were straight, feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, and they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they 4 had their faces and their wings. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went everyone straight forward. As for the likeness of their, they 4 had the face of a man and the face of a lion on the right side, and they 4 had the face of an ox on the left side. They 4 also had the face of an eagle. Thus were their faces were stretched upward, 2 wings on every one were joined one to another, and 2 covered their bodies. And they went everyone straight forward. The spirit was to go. They went, and they turned not when they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps. It went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. And the living creatures ran and returned as appearance of a flash of light. Now, as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel up on the earth by the living creatures, which is with his 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went upon their 4 sides, and they turned not when they went. As for their wings, as for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whithersoever the Spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was. When those went, these went. And when those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creature was as the color of the terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above. And under the firmament were their wings straight, and the one toward the other. Everyone had two, which covered on this side, and everyone had two, which covered on that side their bodies. And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty, the voice of speech, as the noise of an host, when they stood down their wings. And there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads.
And even over them. So you get the vision, you see them, but now even above them,
hearing stuff.
There's something else to see.
When they stood and had let down their wings, and above the firmament that was over their head, as the appearance of sapphire stone.
Where we see that earlier?
Exodus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. And I saw as the color of amber.
That's what you was thinking of when you said amber. And the appearance of what?
Of amber as the appearance of fire round about within it. For the appearance of his loins, even upward, and from the appearance of his loins, even downward, I saw as it were appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about, as the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain. So was the appearance of the brightness round about. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of Yahweh.
This was the heavens in vision. Heavens and the appearance of all the angelic hosts and he who sit on high himself. This was a vision of the appearance of the glory of Yahweh.
And when I saw it, I fell upon my face.
And it was so splendid that when he saw it, he fell upon his face.
And I heard a voice of one that spake.
And I heard the voice of one that spake to him in the spirit. And he started instructing him, telling him, now going into chapter 2, this one that he saw sit on the throne started instructing him, telling him, Ezekiel, son of man, eat this roll, whole roll, and go into the house of Israel. So what he saw was the appearance of the glory, not the almighty glory, but the appearance of the glory of Yahweh. And this in appearance was evil that he was overcome.
Oh, God.
For the true glory of the Almighty is too great. You can't see the appearance of the Almighty glory. And the appearance of the Almighty glory should be seen. Not only should it be seen, it should be seen upon them that see it. Go to the book of Psalms.
Bringing it out, the manner that you are, because it allows me to know that thought process that I have not what it was, but it yet still something entirely.
Yeah. Hallelujah. Psalms chapter 24. Hallelujah.
Keep in mind when they played these cymbals, the trumpets, the music, what happened?
The glory of Yah came down
For Yah,
and filled the
it was
tabernacle.
invocation of the Almighty. That's what the trumpet and music announcement. That's what it does. It heralds. That's why 2 silver trumpets was made. Notice he didn't say 2 drum sets.
Yes, sir.
Because the trumpet is a calling instrument. It's a herald. To call somebody, to invoke. And that's what all that was. Invocation. Psalms 20.
Yes, sir.
Verse 1.
Hallelujah. The earth is Yahweh's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. For he hath founded it upon the seas, and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend to the hill of Yahweh? Or who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessings from Yahweh and righteousness from the Elohim of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him.
You have to have clean hands, it says. Clean hands. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Have to have clean hands. Have to have not sworn what?
Falsely, deceitfully.
Deceitfully. So can't be no deceit found in us. There's deceit found in us to be with the Most High. And he won't fully dwell with us.
Yes, sir.
Today, what time is it? What time is it? What's to do? Well, it's time to get the deceit from the midst of us. That's what it's time to do. Because it's not time for it. It's not time for you to be deceiving others. It's not time for you to be deceiving yourself. So deceit has to be driven away. Get it out.
Yes, sir.
Dismiss it.
Yes, sir.
That's why I said I ain't never lost no sleep if don't nobody care for me. And me straight up. Then we know where the lines is drawn in the sand, and that's cool.
Yes, sir.
And I ain't had no migraines and nothing else, knowing that somebody don't like me.
The open races is a good friend.
If you be straight up,
Yes,
but
sir.
the deceitful man, I can't stomach you.
Can't do him at all.
And if I have to, I have ways to try to get away from you. At some point, it's gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
Because the deceitful man, I won't be with you. So don't you be with me.
Hallelujah. Sir.
Deceit that people don't know what to believe. So much deceit, even with this, that people don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Well, is the truth if I do this? He want me to do this. Is he telling the truth? He want me to wear this. What is that truthful? Is that you done spurned so many seeds of deceit that people don't know what to do and what to believe. So even when you telling the truth, guess what? You a liar.
Yes, sir.
You a liar.
Yes, sir.
You a hypocrite.
Yes, sir.
Even when you telling the truth.
Yes, sir.
That's not characteristics of Israel.
Not at all.
And nobody is as big as fool except for the fool that think he's fooling everybody else.
All right.
Creator says, who should be in the hill? Clean hands. There's some clean hands. Clean hands from what? Wickedness.
Wickedness. Deceit.
Evil. In all forms and fashions. And a what?
Pure heart.
Pure heart. Who have not lifted up his soul to what?
Vanity.
Vanities. Brother around you, yeah, sure, like every other man, I can have a lot of things. Huh?
Yes, sir.
But almost 50 years on this planet done showed me things come, things go.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. That's right.
And they vain.
Very much so.
They come
And
today, they gone tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Some of the stuff that our people are toiling over is vain. Too vain to exercise your life, wrap your life up.
Sir.
There's a few things that mean anything in this life. Number one is Yah.
Hallelujah.
Number two is good family.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Number three is good friends.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Number four is good health. These are essential. Spiritual, mental, physical health. These are essential.
Hallelujah.
You talk about earlier, somebody gave a testimony about making it through this. Some people are not making it through this because they have not those essential things. People say, what's the essential things? Again, the Most High Yah.
Hallelujah.
Good family.
Yes, sir.
Some people don't have that.
At all. They don't have that at all.
Good friends.
Yes, sir.
Some people don't have that.
Can't find
a
one.
friend that even though the friend is going through the same thing you're going through, you say, well, can you spare me a little bit of this? And they say,
Hallelujah.
you got it.
Hallelujah.
Well, you got enough. You sure you got? Don't worry about it. Did I tell you to worry about me? You asked me, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You got it. And good health. These are essential.
Hallelujah.
Huh? All them cars. They've been calling me. Car dealership been calling me. Do you still want to come in? No, this ain't the time for me to come in and try to get no 2,000, even though I know I can. Because I done put myself in position now, y'all been here, where I can.
Yes, sir.
I ain't cringing now. And we're going to run your credit. You got a little matchbox I can take on with me because that's the closest thing I'm going to get to this. No, them days over with.
All right.
Them days over with. Huh?
Yes, sir.
But it still ain't no time for me to just to jump out and jump in the deep end where I might drown. Because that's why some people drowning. Huh?
That's right.
That's why they worried, they mentally stressed. I got this big house. I got this, I just got all of this. And then boom, the bottom come cave and then come from behind. Now they worried. Huh? They said, what you gonna do, Brother Ron? I said, I'm gonna do what I've been doing. For a couple of months, I was walking. I was putting it.
Yes, sir.
Huh? But what's essential? And I made it through with the Almighty. Then
Yes, sir.
I still have a mother.
Good foundation.
My sister.
Sir.
My brothers, if I call on them, he'll roll right down 75. Both of them. Good friends. Hey, I need you to. And they don't bigger than, I don't know what they do off the phone. They might cuss me out. Damn radio. But I know that they there.
Yes, sir.
Even after cussing me out, I know a few minutes later, they there. Now they done cut me out all the way in there. That's cool. But they there. These are
Yes, sir.
So don't worry and harp your soul. It's not essential. Nor swear again, finishing that off, nor swear what?
Deceitful.
Don't be deceitful. That don't mean just saying something. Don't be deceitful. As I tell, be what you are, be who you are.
Hallelujah.
If you're not about the Almighty,
that's right.
if you are, then do that. But don't vacillate. Right. I agree even with James, where James, a double-minded man, is unstable.
Yes, sir.
In all his ways.
In all his ways.
And that's what makes Christianity so appealing. It gives people the latitude to be double-minded.
Yes, sir.
The Almighty wants people to be
straight, solid, solidarity.
Don't be deceitful. Because you don't deceive nobody but yourself.
Oh, God.
Verse 5.
The blessing.
He shall receive the blessing
from Yahweh and righteousness from the Elohim of his salvation.
I tell my boy, don't try.
All right.
And anyway, don't do that.
Oh God.
Don't be deceitful. I grew up for some years thinking being deceitful is the hip thing. It's not. Gonna catch up with you.
Yes, sir. In the worst way.
Don't do it. I can't speak on that enough.
This generation, this is the generation of them that seek him, that seek the face of Yaakov. Selah. Lift up your head.
Then he says, lift up your heads.
O ye gates.
O ye gates.
And be ye lift up.
And be ye lifted up.
Ye everlasting doors.
That ain't telling you to go to overhead door. That ain't telling you to lift up your garage door. That's talking about people.
Hallelujah.
You are the door.
Hallelujah.
We are the gates.
Yes, sir.
That this is talking about. So be ye lifted up.
And the King of glory shall come in.
And why don't we let the King of glory come in all his splendor?
All right.
For he will, if we invoke him.
Yes, sir. He wants to come
if we want him to.
He wants to.
Not only will he come in, he will come in, he will reside there, he will dwell there. But we can't want him to come there and then want to kick him out a couple hours later, a couple of days later, or as the moment suits. The door must always be open, like he said it will be open for the children of Israel to receive all the Gentiles. He said, never what? Never shut the gates. Well, that's how he wants his children to be. Never shut him out.
Hallelujah.
Never lock the doors.
Yes, sir.
Never close the gates. Leave them open continually so that he can come in.
Hallelujah.
I'm Israel and I can't tell. Except for a couple hours of one day.
No.
Come on.
Who is this King of glory?
Who is the King of glory?
Yahweh.
Yes.
Strong and mighty. Yahweh, mighty in battle. Lift up heads.
So lift up your head.
O ye gates.
O ye gates.
Even lift them up.
Even lift them up.
Ye everlasting doors.
You've always been his doors. Nobody named Christian has been his doors. Nobody named Muslim has been his doors. You have always been his doors. No Gentile, no European has been his doors. You have always been his doors.
And the King of glory shall come in.
And he don't care if you in Wynn Terrace. He don't care if you in College Hill. He don't care if you in Compton, California. He don't care if you in Boston, Massachusetts. He don't care if you in Texas. He don't care where you at.
Hallelujah.
You his doors, you his gates. You're the portal to him. The King of glory.
Come in.
Who is this?
King of glory.
He's Yahweh.
Of hosts.
He is
The King of glory.
And
Selah.
Selah. Think about it.
Hallelujah.
And if he is the King of glory, and really have come in the doors, then look at what should happen.
Hallelujah.
As the sister said earlier, babies are
Yes, sir.
believe it or not, babies are some of the most educated things on this earth.
Yes, they are.
Baby got better sense than grown people, believe it or not. A lot of times, baby can see what grown people can't see.
A lot of times.
A baby can see what people can't see because baby read. Put up to some people, they just get the ah! He's like, what are you hollering for? Baby just done had a fit. He just holler, ah! Trembling, shaking. He be like, what is this? He look like little thing out of Incredibles, that little son where he keeps catching on fire. He say, what is this? And as soon as you take them away,
Yes, thank you.
and put them in something, you say, what was that? that right there. He knows something. He knows something. Yeah, children, they run. Children and animals. Good barometer of people.
They are, yes. Yes, they are.
Huh? Dog gets sniffed. And then that dog gets excited. Just growling for no reason. Like, man, what? Come back here. Wow. Hey.
Something about that.
There's something about him.
Yes, sir. You better pay attention.
Something about But if the glory of Yah is truly coming in the gates, doors, look at what Isaiah 1. Arise,
shine, for the light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee.
See, the glory of Yah, even if you ain't, like he said, the appearance of his glory. Even though they didn't see his glory, the appearance of him being there. Him being there just gave off an appearance. Well, no, the people ain't seeing him, but what do they? They represent him. They should not see in you what they see in everybody else that don't represent him.
That's right.
Now, I'm not telling you have to go out and put on no color garb and all this kind of stuff, but there should be something
in your character, in your energy.
The scripture, Moses didn't say separate us. Moses said, how should we know your presence is with us? And it's not really separated that he asked him to do. He said, but that you will distinguish us.
Oh, God.
Us.
Set us apart.
There's something for me versus him.
Hallelujah.
And it's not my skin color. May not be my hairstyle. But there's something that radiates off of me. There's a vibe you get off of me that you don't get off of him. Say if somebody could say of us that they could stick us in the room and not feel that vibe that's different, then we got to check ourselves.
Hallelujah.
Well, deceit. I mean, there's many examples.
Yes, sir.
That's
so barrel will pick one.
I mean,
shoot.
I mean a good, quick and easy. Well, you know what? I just
That's just too simple.
You know what? This is the Sabbath day. I go all week having to hear about it. I try to get as much of a break from that clown as I can. deceit. Go to Psalm 109. Just one place. Let's go to
Psalm 109.
Go to Psalm 109.
Hallelujah. Psalm 109.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah.
Psalm 109.
109.
Verse 1
Hallelujah.
through 5.
1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms 109. Hold not thy peace, O Elohim, of my praise.
See, so much about a deceitful person that's an abomination to a righteous person that he started even praying. He said, hold not your peace, O my Elohim,
Of my praise.
of my praise, yes?
For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compass me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. For my love, they are my adversaries.
That's deceit.
But I
You
give
giving-
myself unto prayer.
You giving love.
Hallelujah.
They're giving you hatred.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but masking it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And all the while, they are fighting. They're fighting against you.
Yeah, that's what he really is. As soon as you walk away.
Only your friends. Bob Marley wrote a song, Fit.
Yeah.
And then he said, only your friends know your
Out in your face.
so only he can reveal it. And then he said, who the cap fit? It's them, you know, that masquerade as they close to you. And they're your worst enemy. That's why another lyric, he said, your worst enemy could
And your best friend.
and your best friend,
Your worst
it could
enemy.
be your worst enemy.
We got frenemies.
Yeah.
He my friend, but he my enemy too.
And that's the wound, that cuts deeper. I put a gas in my thumb. I've never been cut physically the way I've been cut mentally and spiritually and emotionally. And it cuts, the wound is deep. It's deep. Some cases you can't even mend it up.
Right.
See? So deceit.
That's a wound that don't.
There is no room for a deceitful person. There's none. So that's just one example. Yeah, my brothers for the old school, they used to have a song called
Yes, sir.
Yeah, smile on your face all the time. They want to take the place. Backstab. You find a lot of them everywhere.
Everywhere. Yes, sir. So true.
That's why he said this would be a hellacious condition. We read it the other week. Read it again. Go to the book of Micah. I told you I'm a little jaded. Meaning there's very few people that I really take at their word when they tell me something. Like I said, when my mother called me and tell me I love her, I have no reason to question that.
None.
Yeah.
Absolutely none. My sister, I have no reason to question. None. After them two, slim pickings. It's slim pickings. It's slim pickings after them two. You know them two. After them two, I said it's slim pickings. Pickings. They're in the pickings. But it gets real after them two. They're in the pickings. But it's slim pickings after them.
That's the first time I look up, I like it.
Nah, I know they love me. How do we get out of this one? You know you might. Nothing but love. We'll talk when we get home. Y'all don't see him next week running the camera. Y'all know what happened. No, but they in the pickings. I know that they love me. Shit we have. The relationship I have with him. That they my children, they're good. They're blessing to me. So I know, but when I say a definite, when I say I'm just making a distinction. When I hear them words come out of my mother's mouth, because I know the love of a mother towards a child, and and the way she demonstrates it. You know, even to sometimes where it's wearisome. I'm like, Mom, I am almost 50 years. 5 years old.
Hallelujah.
But it gets slim. Before I get any more trouble, let me just leave it at that. It gets slim.
Sir.
Micah 7 chapter, brother.
7?
Yes, his verse.
7 chapter, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Micah. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a God.
But I tell my son, and when I say slim pickings, get me correct. Because I know for relationships with everybody in here.
Hallelujah.
And then some relationships with them. And I can feel it. But I'm keeping, like I said, I have one maker. Some of the brothers, when they do it, let's keep moving.
Hallelujah.
But look, you have to get like this because Michael, let's read that. 7 and 5.
Trust ye not.
This ain't, like I said earlier, things ain't written in the scriptures just to fill up. Come a time where he said there'll be you won't be able to fully trust in a friend. Some people have said, this is my buddy friend.
Same one for the bullet. Same one that shot in the back.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Same one.
Just
a couple weeks ago.
Just a couple weeks ago?
Yes, sir.
My friend.
Yep, my friend.
And how your friend show you his friend? He put a bullet in.
Was a friend.
Trust ye not in a what? That's why I tell him when you go out. Hey, I want to know who are you going out with. So I make him give me the complete list. Yeah. But number 2, I tell him enjoy it. Number 3, I said keep this eye on everybody.
Right.
Why yourself?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Everybody ain't friends.
Nope. Everybody ain't friendly.
Trustee,
Your friend,
put what?
no confidence in a guy.
Can't put confidence in all people that say they're a God. Come on, go with me. Come on, go with me. Huh? You're gonna have to learn how to what?
Yeah.
No, keep reading.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in.
But see, I gotta raise him to get started living.
Hallelujah.
Huh? And I'm not talking about I'm not coming down on women, but I'm telling but this is written here.
Yes,
You
sir.
can't even go and be talking, you're gonna have to be distinguished, discreet in how you even deal with women.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
I've seen it. Don't say men ain't done, but I've seen it. I'm talking to her. And over here she dealing with somebody else.
Yes, sir.
And she know that she dealing with somebody, but have me thinking everything is kosher.
Yes, sir.
And now one day somebody roll up on me,
Boom.
and I don't know him
Right
from
there.
Adam.
Yes, sir.
And boom, it as they say, it pops off.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Somebody I thought, hey, we was probably kind of cool. I was really feeling her. I was digging her.
Right.
But there was deceit.
Yes, it was.
And it goes both ways.
Yes, it does.
He was coming with flowers and candy and whining and dining and whisking you out to the best restaurants. But he didn't tell you about the other 9 he was doing the same thing with. And now you on World Star because one day you rolled up to one of them fine and somebody else rolled up there with you and she lost it when she saw it. Then look what he says. Now this ain't them. But then look, this how real it's gonna get.
For the son dishonored the father.
Because in the time to come, sons that dishonor fathers.
The daughter rises up against her mother.
Daughters rising up against mothers.
Daughter-in-law against her mother.
And no, this was daughter, this is blood. Daughter-in-laws against mother-in-laws.
A man's enemies are the men of his own house.
And a man foes, he don't even have to leave his door. He don't even have to leave his door. That's deceit.
Yes, sir.
And it's been in time past, and it will be. There's kings who've been killed and assassinated by their sons. There's rulers that's been assassinated by their sons. They're very blood born. Whom he raised, took care of by the queen that shared the same bed chamber with him.
Yes, sir.
It gets real.
Yes, sir.
As I told him, as the older you get, it gets real. The game plan, that goes away. The people learn to see and work to see. But don't you? And that's why he says, therefore will I look unto Yah, and I will wait for the Elohim of my salvation, and my Elohim will hear me. And what he said, he can attest to it. You might, I don't have a lot of people coming in and out of my bowl.
Okay.
So-called friends. I don't. The people I'm with, they simple. Like I said, they simple.
Hallelujah.
Mother, sister, brothers, children, they simple. They simple.
Yes, sir.
Don't you go out with your friends?
Good.
Don't you go clubbing? Even some of my extended family cousin, I'm like, shady. Shady.
He get the sign language.
Shady. Shady. And the umbrella. Shady. Nah, no. I wouldn't go to dog races with you. Nah.
That's serious. I got some.
Nah. Cause it's too wild out here.
Yes, sir, it is.
So yeah, but we can't be. So none of that can be with us. Talking about the light of the Almighty and the glory of the Almighty is seen upon us. None of that lifestyle can be with us. We have to get far, we have to start removing ourselves from that. He's queer, good. He's different, good. Brother Michael told me, oh, he don't mind me. I know he don't mind me saying it. He came out. He said, I don't want to offend you, right? He said, but you're kind of strange. I said, thank you. What did I tell you? I said, thank you. Didn't I say that? But what did I say to you? I said, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I tell the scene. The scene said, he's trying to figure me out. I said, they ain't supposed to figure you out. They say I'm straight. Thank you. Then what you tell them? Come, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, you're loud.
So the glory, a lot of people have seen the appearance in different forms and visions. They've seen the appearance of the glory of the Almighty Yah. They have not seen his glory because his glory is too great. His kavod is too great, too splendorous, too heavy. So they've seen appearance and visions of when he appears, just his appearance, what it looks like. All right.
Yeah.
Any comments on that?
I got a comment.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking about being straight. This week, with my baby, I call her my baby sister. She's so attacked, and so I'm still trying to figure out. I guess revealed it one day, or I don't know, but she come visit, and she do something for her. What she needed to do. So I said, well, if I go back home, she was like, why don't you go home? I needed my laptop so I can get the work done. She was like, why don't you just go home, go get it and come back? I said, sis, if you let me drop you off and go home, I ain't going back out. So I went, she stayed with me, I went, got my laptop, went to her house. What I wasn't expecting, what I didn't know, she done hooked up with old friends, and she done went from, mind you, she got a big position. She smoking weed there, smoking, drinking, and that's it. First I like to smell smoking. And then I'm not drinking. And I kept saying, I have no. And then even if I wasn't driving, I barely drink. I'm not it's a little drop, literally. I put a little drop on my tongue. That's all I need if I was to do it, But I kept, just being a good example, not even trying to, and I was working. And so
like 2 days later, she had called and she was like, sis, you know, I really enjoy her and it was like 3 other girls. We love your company and we want you to come back over and kick it with us. I'm thinking to myself, I don't hang with that do that. When it's just you, I'll come kick it with you because you don't do that by yourself. But when it's there, I don't know I'll be back, you know. But yeah, it just made me think about that because I was just the oddball out because I'm there. I'm the only one. I'm just working on my computer, going to town. Now she on the clock too. She working, but she on the clock messing with her friends, so-called friends. You know, peer pressure is something else.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Let's go to Psalm 64.
Hallelujah. Psalm.
Mm-hmm. The burning tree.
I love the way it smells.
Yeah.
Never done good with it.
That burning tree, I got that alone.
Psalm 64.
Mm-hmm.
Hear my voice, O Elohim.
Yes.
In my ear. Preserve my life of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Hide me from counsel of the wicked,
Mm-hmm.
from the instruction of workers of iniquity.
No, from the insurrection.
I'm sorry, for the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wet their sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows in bitter words. They may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at and fear not.
Always trying to come up with something. So you got some people that are around you, and they're around you, especially when they don't understand you. They always trying to dip. This is what they used to call dipping. Always trying to come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
Always trying to be in your business. Yeah. Always trying to find out something so they can shoot at you, so they can bring you down. Not something so they can use against, have something to use against you.
Yes, sir.
So sometimes they get close to you just so they can get something on you.
Yes, sir.
Verse 5.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
But the Creator said this is evil. And they encourage themselves in an evil matter.
They commune of lanes privately. They say, who shall see them?
And see, they don't regard that as evil because they say, who see me doing this? Because this is something I'm hiding from him. I'm hiding from everybody else. But that's what they're around for.
They search out iniquities.
They search out iniquities.
They accomplish a diligent search.
Mm-hmm.
Both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But Elohim shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
That's why some, when people bring me things, I take it as, all right, it is what it is. Things about people, unless it's something that I am asked to deal with, but help the situation, hey, that's what they do. Leave that stuff. That ain't my business. I got enough business right here. They're walking with me. I'm trying to be in somebody else's business and what's going on with them. But you got some people, they all in everybody else's business and don't know what's happening with themselves.
Amen. Yes, sir.
And this is what he said. Go ahead.
So they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Yeah. And read that verse 7 again. It says,
but Elohim shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they.
You're so worried about everybody else, you don't know what's going on around you.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
See? And calamity calamity fall on you. Now you taking off guard because you were so busy. With everybody else. I'm not no policing teacher. I don't police y'all.
Hallelujah.
What you was doing, man? What you out there doing? Ben? I ain't teaching like that. Man, when I leave here, I got plenty to keep me occupied.
Hallelujah.
Called The Life of Brother Aaron.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's called.
Hallelujah. That's a real
You
book.
do what yeah, that's a real book.
You know?
You know? So don't bring me, God, let me tell you what, call them. Take it up with them. I don't need all.
That's right.
That's where I really never, you know, couple of years and got graduate things got going like it was, you know, sometimes at least you be like, stand up when they do the Day of Atonement, stand up there, and, you know, when they doing the confession. And you know, I do, but I be like this. I ain't trying to hear all this.
Right.
Legit, like I don't that in my head. Confess that I'm out. Stop. Oh, I don't all that. I'm not the scapegoat. They're not gonna take me and then I don't come back. That's not what I am. I'm gonna remember this. Next week when I come back, I'm gonna be looking at you like, I used to dread that. I just got to tell the truth. I don't want to hear all that. I would be a horrible priest. Confession. Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. I just killed him. You did. You just killed him. Did they put a reward out? Yes, they got a reward. When you leave here, boy, church office gonna be running over. What was it, 5,000? Meet me at the back door.
$25 for you. Oh, okay.
That's a bless you, son, and then you get out. Curse you, son. Get that rascal out here. I'll be horrible priest. Come on, bro.
Psalm 65.
64.
Psalm 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves.
But now, we get back, when you're so busy with everybody else, you don't take cognizance of what's going on around you and the things that can hurt you.
Yes, sir.
And are hurting you. Go ahead.
And all that see them shall flee away.
Mm-hmm.
And all men shall fear.
And all men, when they see this, they shall fear.
And shall declare the work of Elohim.
And declare how the Almighty bring about justice and judgment.
For they shall wisely consider.
For if they're wise, they shall wisely consider
of his doing.
That he the one that did this.
The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh.
And the righteous will see it and be glad in Yah.
And shall trust in him.
And trust in him even more.
And all the upright in heart shall glory.
And all the upright in heart shall what?
Glory.
They shall glory. Because they know that there's divine judgment and justice. And they know that the true and living Elohim, he's still for men. Mm-hmm. So yeah. You know. So deceit, there's no room for deceit. Trying to be deceitful. Trying to get over. I don't know how the kids say it today. There's no room for it. There's no room for it.
Oh, God.
Brother Michael, I know we went on to, did that answer your question?
To some extent, it gave me a better outlook at what I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me more so a better outlook at it.
Oh, okay. Look at Psalm 101. Since you put us on this pathway, might as well stay there for a little bit.
I have a question. I don't know if it'll tie into, it kind of seems like the young folks, and when they, and I had explained when you go about like them or trying to, work through them, I've been there, done that, being young, and all the other extra stuff. Should you correct them or should you just let them learn like you do?
No, you correct them. You correct them, and they're gonna learn like
Yes, sir.
both. Because, and especially dealing with Israel, it may not be the same vein, but I'll deal with it since you. Because go back to Ezekiel.
Israel trying to fight you. That's person I corrected you. About 5 days. She don't know I know where she lived at. I thought I could tell her, like, do you know I know what your address is?
Number one, you correct them. Number one, you correct them before we'll go to Ezekiel. Just go to Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
Wait a minute, I got a question. From young people or old people or?
Young people.
Yeah, I mean, her children or somebody else's?
Somebody else's children, or they don't even have to, because I'm young myself, but like say you see somebody doing something and you I don't want to it could be somebody else that been down that road and you know what it leads to, to correct them, or because I'm harsh, and last time I nope, it's not my business.
Yeah, if my son, I sometimes take some of his little partners home and stuff like that. And if I hear them and sometimes they would, when he was younger, sometimes spend the night, and that was a blessed thing. And I think I told y'all about him. And he came spend the night, and I could never get rid of that joker. He was calling, and I said, what? And Miss Israel, I said, yeah. I spend the night. I said, your mama know you? You don't know. You don't get off this phone, man. You tell your mama, and your mama call me. But he loved it over there. And when he came to spend the night, I treated him no different than I treated the scene. Something he didn't have. Now you think he would have been like, I ain't coming back over.
Right.
But he loved it. And it's variables in that to do with the rapport that you have. Because you just can't go around, just arbitrarily correcting people and you don't have no kind of rapport with them.
Right.
You see, that becomes offensive, or,
What do you mean by report?
some kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Some kind of relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I said that's because you can't just go around. You wrong. In the Proverbs it said, a man meddling in affairs that's not his is like taking a dog by the ear. They're trying to be, big savior everybody, and they're gonna split your wig. You see, you got to know what's going on. Even though you might have a heart to, you got to know. So it's a lot of variables in there. But if all things are right, then yes, by all means, you do so. Understanding a couple of things. Number one, understanding the nature of people that you're dealing with.
Yes, sir.
And we find that in this second chapter.
Yes, sir.
Where we left off, first verse.
First verse. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon, speak unto thee. And the Spirit me. When he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, to the children of Israel, a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impotent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them.
What kind of people are we?
Impotent children
And what?
and stiff-hearted.
Hmm?
I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh, they, whether they will hear,
Yes.
or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house. Yet yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
That's why even dealing with Miles, and I say this because he knows it's true. We had that kind of relationship. But that's why I said you have to correct them, and they have to learn. That's why I tell mine. I tell him what I have to tell him, and it ain't no big hooping and hollering and all this and grabbing. I lay it out to him. It's like this, and it's like that. Now he do what he gonna do. But one thing about it,
He gonna learn.
he come back. And you right. I was all right. How many times you got to, have it proven to you? Because I'm not gonna tell you something just to be telling you something.
All right?
I'm gonna tell you what I know. So I always tell him, you'll learn. You'll learn. Because of it is life.
Yes,
With
sir.
1,000 words.
Yes, sir.
It won't seep in until he
Yeah.
arbitrarily go through it.
Yeah. Tonight.
I pray that it does seep in where it said, my son, listen to my command. I pray it does, and for the most part it does. But then there's some that I know off the grips. Hey, this is something he got to walk through the fire.
You gotta go crack
Once he walk through that fire and get burnt good enough, then he'll learn his lesson.
Yes, sir.
Same way what I had to do.
Yes, sir.
Walk through that fire. 1,000 words didn't do me no good. And I'm talking about even now.
Yes,
1,000 words
Yes, sir.
didn't do me no good.
Yes, sir.
But once I walked through that fire and it burned me, like it burnt and scarred me, now I was like, oh man,
I got it now.
lesson learned now. Little rebellion gone now.
That's why you might find yourself repeating.
Yeah, so you have to, and you do so because it's that's what you want to do. If you can help somebody, then that's what you're doing, and it's your duty. It's law. It's your duty. It's law. 19.
Hallelujah.
And we can wrap up.
Leviticus chapter 19. Hallelujah.
Like I said, it's time and place for everything. But see, we think we help people when we don't correct. But we're not. And when the correction is coming out of a good place, when everything is good. See? When everything is, but I ain't gonna tell him, I'm not gonna do that. Now, well, why you want to? Now, if they go on and do that, to them, but why you want them to? Well, I said nothing is hidden from him. Y'all hear me say that all the time. Nothing is hidden from him. Picture, I'm the perfect father, and I've done, and all my bad things is nothing. He'll walk through his life with me. Nothing's been hidden from him. It's not hidden from him. Not that I want to. It's quite the opposite. It's not hidden from him because I want to see what I'm seeing it with your own eyes.
Sir.
So avoid it. Don't want you to repeat it.
That's right.
Rehoboam repeated the same mistake his father Solomon made. That after the kingdom was established to him, he went astray from the Almighty. Just like Solomon. After he has established the kingdom and built it up, then he let women come in and build idols all over the nation. And the Almighty said that you're not Solomon that I appeared to twice. And the only reason why I won't take the kingdom from you is because I swore to David, your father, I wouldn't do so. But I'll do so in the day of your son. And then not only was it that, but Rehoboam would do the same thing. He would establish the kingdom over again, himself in the king, only to have it go through his hands in the latter years. Father Solomon. I don't hide it. I want him to be the better. At 20, I want him to be more advanced than where I was, where I was.
Yes, sir.
At 25, I want to be that. I always assure that will make me happy.
Yes, sir.
You won't see me looking bitter and mad, blah. He got more. If he got a mansion, and that will make me. If he handling this business, that will make me happy. Then I can say, let me go to where the fathers.
Right.
I've done my job. He will send me off with great peace. But if I see him doing the same things I was doing, and even worse, I will go struggling with what?
Trouble.
What could we have done?
Man, where did I go wrong? I feel that way.
Now the way to do that is to give him wisdom.
Yes, sir.
If they're negative, I try to drive them out of him. Because Leviticus 19, yes, I would love him. Leviticus 19.
Yes, sir.
17 verse.
Hallelujah. Thou shalt not hate brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not upon him.
What's rebuke?
Correct.
That's correct. That's correct. And the Almighty said you shouldn't hate him, but you in any wise should what? Rebuke him. Correcting. So that sin don't trying to take him from a negative. When everything is done in righteousness.
Oh God.
I got a question.
Yes.
And because I'm asking you, you may look at it a little differently. But say, for example, if you was talking to somebody, right, and they just so happen to be homosexual as well, if they begin to you and draw close to you, you beat them up.
No. Oh, brother, we don't just go rat-tatting on people.
No, but see, I said if they started drawing close.
Yes.
So again, it's a scenario. It's like.
All right, I'm gonna help you.
He ain't got to. I went to a. I just
trying to get all close to.
I know what you're saying. I went to a shop. I went to a shop. I went to a shop. Little clothing shop. I was buying something, and I got to the counter, and I got to the counter. I put my stuff on the counter, and you know, I'm waiting on him to ring it up, and I ring it up. I sure gonna look good on you. I said, you know, just ring it up. I didn't jump over the counter and start playing the drums on his head and throw him back over the counter and throw him through the window on this.
I like you and I want you.
It's just setting, you know, like I said, we conversing.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, He looked wicked.
Man.
His eyes just started dropping. Because it was only just that he was making an advance, but again, it was like he was starting to approach. Like if I got so close to Hayakash, I began to. I mean, it was just like this. Like it was
The rules of engagement.
So your hair started standing up.
The rules of engagement are the rules. Period.
You shouldn't be nowhere.
If we lay hands on you,
All right.
tell women,
Mm-hmm.
you don't listen to no man to tell you I don't mean you no harm, and he done lay hands on you. If he don't mean you no harm, then fight. So you fight. It's the same thing. If he lay hands on you, in his manly strength, because he's still a man, and he grab you by your bicep, and grab your neck or something, and then that's just like a man with a woman. That's and by then it bombs over back. You go for what you know. But just because he might, you ain't got to take him out. Man. You got a problem then. Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. But just to go willy-nilly on him and all this old kind of stuff. No, don't just go haywire on him. I don't do that. I don't want to come down there and teach you at the Justice Center.
Right. Yeah, hey, I don't swing that way, bro. I don't swing that way.
Let me say this, because I know, and believe you me, some of y'all with me, y'all know, so I don't have to say much. But, and this ain't being, let me see if I can get it. I'm thinking something. And then we're gonna, after this, wrap it up. I can't find exactly what I'm looking for. I'll just say this. Because they have people believe this of us. Yes. And when I can't find it, the Almighty found it for me. Go adjourn.
Hallelujah.
Go to 2 Samuel.
All right.
16. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all know King David? What y'all think about it? Who's that? Who said that? Both of y'all, because somebody said the truth. I know the truth they talking about. And somebody said Mike, right? First thing you think about when you think about how they fight, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of people think about, right? Busted Goliath upside the head, all the fighting, right? Look at one thing that he learned. Look at one thing he learned though in life. 2 Samuel 16, start verse 5.
Hallelujah. And when King David came to the ring, behold, thence came out a man, family of the house of Saul.
family of the house of Saul.
His name was Shimei,
Mm-hmm.
the son of Gera,
Mm-hmm.
came forth and cursed still as he came.
In other words, he came out cursing him. Huh?
And
He got out of, we seen him. He just came out, you, and cursing. You talking crazy to him. Going in on him. Cursed him. He said what?
He cast stones at David.
He even cast stones at David.
And all the servants of King David, and all the people, and all the mighty men were on his right hand and on his left.
Yes.
And thus said Shimei.
Now, not only is he there, but all the mighty men there with him. So you got to remember now, he walked around with dogs. And I can say dogs because the Almighty told you, get your dogs when you go to this fight. So he walked around, David walked around with all there. Go ahead.
And thus said, when he cursed, come out, thy blood man, and thou man of Belial.
And of course, in this incident, he was bringing up David's past. Right. He was bringing up old things about him, the war with the house of Saul, probably some other things that he might have heard through the grapevine.
And Yahweh have returned upon thee all the blood of the house of Saul.
He said, that's why you catching hell, because y'all might paying you back for what you did against my descendants, the house of Saul.
And who said reign? And Yahweh hath delivered the kingdom into the hand of Absalom thy son. And behold, thou art taken in thy mischief, because thou art a bloody man.
And he wasn't lying, because this was a part of the penalty that David was paying.
Then Abishai, the son of Zeruiah.
But not David wanted to get him. David didn't want to get back. It was his people.
Then said Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, unto the king, why should this dead dog curse my master the king?
Let me handle this fool.
Let me go.
Maybe you ain't got no guilty. Like this, you know what? Let me whack him. I get rid of him. Yeah. David said, what?
And the king said,
why you enduring him? Talk to you any kind of way. The king said,
what have I to do with you, ye sons of Zeruiah? So let him curse, because Yahweh have said unto him, curse David, who shall then say, wherefore hast thou done so?
In other words, what he's come to find out, whether he knew he was guilty of some and he was paying for him, or what he also come to understand, violence is not always the answer. Violence have its place like everything else. Violence is not always the answer. To our people, that's a fault. Because we answer everything with violence. That's why there's much blood in our communities. Because everything we know is violence. We know not how to answer but other than violence. Little minor discretions and little minor beefs, we want to throw blows. We sell it like this. A day, got out of the car, and neither one of them got on socks, neither one of them have on shoes, and they out in the street and they fighting. All we know, and my brother said, especially with each other, because we don't know it, we ain't going out to Indian Hill, Amberley Village.
Right.
You're not going a couple of blocks over down and where they done built it up and start fighting and fussing over there. But you go a couple of blocks over and they fussing and fighting and shooting and killing and looting with each other. Because we only know with each other, we only know violence.
Yes, sir.
And that's what's been promoted and promulgated on us, that we violent. And we only know violence. And then that's why they stem the tide and they come and police you and oversee you violently. Because they say you only know violence, so we have to meet you with violence. And they have everybody thinking this because this is what they try to promote and the mindset they try to promote. Almighty people gonna have to come to some degree of understanding and prove that wrong. And prove that wrong. So everything don't have to be settled with violence. Don't be so quick to violence. Violence has its place.
Right, naturally I'm not, but just built up aggression. You want to spar more?
And that's all right. That's all right. Time and place. That's all right. That's what my father. No, that's what my father did with me and my brother. That was the lesson he taught us when we was younger. He got tired of us fighting.
Yes, sir.
Because every time he come home, we seemed like we were fighting. So he went out, and this being years ago, he went out and got a set of boxing gloves when Muhammad Ali was popular. You remember them, Elder? He brought them home. He cleared out the table in the living room, cleared out the couches. He said, come here. Put them on my brother, get busy. He got in the middle, he said, get busy. He stood there in the living room, brother came right down. All in the old car. I started crying, take it off me. No, he said, y'all love to fight. My brother was all in it. He was welling on me. He wanted to keep going. I said, man, what is this? He said, now you like to fight? I said, no, I don't want to fight no more. He said, you want to fight? I don't want to fight no more. You see? Huh?
That's my pops to say.
Yeah. And then in my years of martial arts, having studied that, that's what it is. And I am going to let you go. Professor V, he taught one of the greatest martial artists, brothers, Dr. Moses Powell. But Professor V, he did an interview. The martial arts is the pathway to nonviolence.
Hallelujah.
Because once you understand where this goes, and you don't have to go there, you do things to avoid going there.
Yes, sir.
Because when it all jumps off, and when it really jumps off, you better really be prepared to end a person's life. Especially now, because people get easily. And they get even if they do, their boy might not.
Right. They ain't fighting today.
See? So you might for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
So all this you better consider when you make all your decisions.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
All right?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
In the will, no.
Why man look well to his goings.
Yes, sir.
Let's stand.
I'm always ready.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
All right.
I'm born being ready.
All right. We're gonna sing.
Shema. Sorry.
All right.
It's already. Put it up to your mouth. It's on.
Go ahead.
Shema.
Shema.
Israel.
Israel.
Yahweh. Eloheinu.
Eloheinu.
Yahweh. Aka.
Aka.
Hear Israel.
Yahweh Elohim.
Yahweh is one. Yebraka. Yahweh is Meraka. Yahweh. Paneleka wataneka. Yesayahweh paneleka. Wayasim leka shalom.
Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Y'all make his face shine upon thee and give gracious unto thee. Y'all lift up his countenance in peace. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yahweh. Yah is righteous all the time, day and night. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Put the mic after we done.
I wanted to tell you guys that I know that Yah is good and respectful. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. He